EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for February 20th, 2023. The Monday video forecast is proudly sponsored by Kinsley's Family Market in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Lent begins this Wednesday, February 22nd, and at Kinsley's ShopRite, they have the freshest seafood for all of your Lenten meals. And every Friday at Kinsley's, you'll find their weekly fish fry. Items include teriyaki salmon, breaded flounder fillet, and Parmesan baked cod with, of course, all the fixins. And don't forget your free Easter ham. Spend $400 between February 26th and Saturday, April 8th to qualify for a free smoked ham. Get it all at Kinsley's ShopRite, the world's largest ShopRite, located at 107 Kinsley's Drive in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania, proud sponsors of the Monday video forecast. So, plenty of clouds this week. Plenty of clouds. I'm going to go over to before I start with the precipitation this week here, I want to start off with this map here. This is a look at the temperature anomalies over this week. This is actually looking at Thursday. Okay, this is when it's going to be peaking. And the big problem here with, well, not problem necessarily, depends on your perspective. This is a subjective thing here. I try to be objective as much as possible. Because I'm dealing with facts, not opinions. But some of you like this, some of you don't. But there is a big trough in the western United States, and then there is a ridge in the eastern U.S. And because of that, you're going to be, this is the southeast ridge right here. That's what this is. So if you wanted to see what the southeast ridge looks like, that's it. So this is what has been giving us the very warm temperatures over pretty much the last 6 weeks, maybe longer than that. It's been a while. So the west is very cold, obviously, during this time frame. So what goes up must come down and vice versa. So we have a ridge here in the eastern United States. That's going to lead to some warm temperatures this week, but it's not going to be as cut and dry as that. There's going to be this is going to be one of those weeks where if you don't like today's weather, wait till tomorrow because it's going to be completely different. And literally, you're talking about solidly in the 50s the next couple of days. You see above me 50 to 60 today, 48 to 60 tomorrow. But then we go every single day. It's just an up like this, up and down, up and down, up and down, like day to day. It's ridiculous. So you're going to go from the 50s Tuesday to lower 40s Wednesday, and then back up into the 60s, maybe even touching 70 on Thursday in some spots across south central Pennsylvania, most notably. And then we're back in the 40s again for Friday, 30s Saturday, and back in the 50s Sunday. So you can't make this stuff up. The reason why it's doing that, though, is because this boundary that I was drawing here, this is where it is on Thursday. Okay, it's like this. But there's going to be times when this boundary is going to be doing one of these numbers here like this. It'll be a little bit further south. So if you're south of that boundary, it is warm yet. If you're north of the boundary, it's cold, and it's going to keep doing one of these numbers. It'll be going north one day, south the next day, back north the next day. So that's why you get that temperature fluctuation this week. That's just really crazy, and that's what you're going to be dealing with as long as the southeast ridge is still there. Okay, so that's what we're going to be having for the next week. So you have to, any of these systems that are coming in, you have to time it right with any cold shots that you get. It has to be timed perfectly to coincide with any cold shots you get. Now today is going to be too mild here, obviously in the 50s. We do have a warm, a weak cold front boundary moving through the region. It's not really that much of a cold front, but a little weak boundary moving through the region. It could touch off a few showers. Seen better here on the NAM high res future simulated radar. This is looking at 5 p.m. and moving this forward. You see a few light showers moving across during mainly the evening. Some areas part of the overnight too. Just a few light showers. Not a real big deal, not too disruptive. But there are some light showers with this boundary as it moves through today. And then we have another one coming in here on Tuesday that could lead to some showers. Mainly, this is mainly a morning deal for most areas, but we'll have some far eastern Pennsylvania will be continuing that into early afternoon. Behind that on Tuesday, you're going to turn windy for about a 4 to 6 hour period there where it's going to get quite windy with wind gusts that are in the 30 to 40 mile per hour plus range. Okay, so that's going to be on Tuesday, kind of like maybe mid-afternoon through mid-evening is probably a good, like your worst period of that. And then it'll start to diminish after the front moves through overnight. So that's what this system right here. Here's Tuesday's system. Can't rule out that the far northern areas here might have a little bit of snowflakes mixed in there, but it's not going to be of any consequence. No big deal there. This moves away then, and once it does, we go to Wednesday, and we're going to have that boundary a little bit further south here on Wednesday, and that's because in the wake of this system, and that's going to lead to cooler temperatures on Wednesday. Okay, so here's the first of the up and down days. At the same time, with that cold air in place initially, as this warm front moves toward the region, association with this Midwest low, this is going to push off to the north here. There might be enough cold air in place initially across the far northern tier to give you some freezing rain, and maybe rain further south. So this will be up like I-80 and north is what we're looking at for that freezing rain potential. We'll continue to follow that very closely over the next couple of days. This has been something that's been consistently shown over the past couple of days, because the last video I did on Saturday was showing this idea. So it's still considering that there's going to be some freezing rain here nearest the Pennsylvania-New York border, far northern parts of Pennsylvania, and perhaps northwest New Jersey too. So we'll have to watch that. Elsewhere, it's just a few rain showers with the warm front. Then you get a little bit of a break, and then Thursday morning you have some residual showers here, and then maybe some partial clearing later in the day. Thursday is going to be a very warm day on the opposite side of this front. So this is a warm front boundary. That's what this is, okay? As this presses off to the north, you're going to get a surge of warmth coming in here. And again, you're going to be in the 60s solidly everywhere here on Thursday. So even if you had some icing Wednesday evening in the far northern areas, that's going to be a long, forgotten memory by the time you get to Thursday. Temperatures in the 60s everywhere, maybe even touching 70 or so down here in south central Pennsylvania. Not impossible, okay? And that's because if we looked at that first image I showed you, look where it's touching right here. They see these white colors here. You're getting beyond reds. Reds is warm, right? So you're getting to some serious warmth here, and this is very much above average temperatures for one day, okay? Because once we get beyond this system, we get that gradient boundary pulling back to the south again. We turn colder here on Friday, partly to mostly sunny, however. And then it's going to be colder over the weekend, too. Now the gradient boundary as we get into next week is going to be something like this, okay? So we have cold air coming in here for this weekend, at least to start the weekend, to the point where we're not getting out of the 30s in a lot of locations here on Saturday for highs. Now, do we have any precipitation coming in? Well, there's one here, but this isn't really shown to do much. Maybe a few snow showers here overnight Saturday night, rain or snow showers. So we'll keep an eye on that. This doesn't look like a big deal. And if we listed it in the long-range outlook on Friday, it was just shown as rain or snow showers. Not a big deal then either. So, we'll continue to follow that. Could be some very minor accumulations of snow because it looks like it's going to be cold enough Saturday night to support that. So as long as that boundary is off to our south, that's what happens. And then we get to Sunday, and the boundary starts to lift off to the north again, and you get temperatures turning milder on Sunday back into the 50s, okay? So maybe an early shower, rain or snow shower early Sunday morning. Then it's kind of like it was yesterday, actually. So it's going to be very similar in that aspect. So a lot of ups and downs this week. We're just going to have to time these little systems here if you're looking for any kind of snow. Not that it's really that much here in the next 7 days anyway. But if you're looking for something, it would have to be that Saturday, this weekend coming up. So Saturday night, most likely, maybe some light rain or snow showers in that time frame. But other than that, besides Wednesday evening's ice at the onset of that warm front coming through for our far northern areas, it's mostly rain throughout this entire week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for February 20th, 2023. Have a great Monday.